Jain friends, dear students, today we are going to discuss of class 9th mathematics chapter 7 triangles. And friends, I think you all have taken the introduction part of this chapter, means the previous lecture of this chapter. In that chapter we have studied about all about the triangles, means what is triangle, how many types of triangles. Then we will move on that congruent figures, after that congruent triangles, right? So these things, the conditions of congruency of figures and conditions of congruency of triangles also. So today, friends, we are going to discuss the criteria for congruence of triangles. Means the conditions, what are the conditions, based on that conditions two triangles will be congruent. In this, the first thing we are going to discuss the axiom 7.1, which is side angle side congruence rules. Side angle side congruence rules means, as students you have read about the axioms and postulate of the chapter 5, which is introduction of Euclid's geometry. There the definition of axioms was a statement which is universal truth, or a statement which is already proved. We need not to be proved this statement. Those statements are said to be axioms. Just same as this SAS congruency rule is also given in the category of this statement, right friends? So given here in this axiom 7.1 means this rule is not going to be proved, only the statement is sufficient that it is true. What I said, axioms means it is universal truth. So let us see what is side. SAS means side, angle and side. So in this rule it is said to that two triangles are congruent if two triangles are congruent if two sides and included angle, if two sides and included angle, if two sides and included angle of one triangle are equal to the two triangles are congruent if two sides and included angle of one triangle are equal to the corresponding two sides and included angle of the other triangle. Right friends? So this statement tells you that two triangles are congruent. What is this side angle side congruency rule? Two triangles are congruent if two sides and included angle of one triangle. Means for first triangle, two sides and included angle of both the sides are equal to the corresponding two sides and included angle of other triangle. If they are equal, then both the triangles are said to be congruent by the side angle side congruency rule. Side angle side congruence rule. So let us understand this axiom by the figure. If two triangles are given, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. In triangle ABC, this is your first triangle. Say measure of side AB, be 4 centimeter, side AC be 2 centimeter, and the included angle is 60 degree, right? And other triangle, triangle PQR, in which measure of, this is PQR, measure of PQ is 4 centimeter, measure of PR is 2 centimeter, and included angle is 60 degree. Therefore, just see, these are two triangles according to the side angle side SAS congruence rule. These two triangles, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by the conditions as AB is equals to PQ, as measure of side AB is equals to PQ, which is 4 centimeter, right? Measure of second side AC equals to measure of side PR, which is 2 centimeter, and the included angle by these two sides. So this is angle A, which is included by AB and AC. So therefore angle A is equals to included angle of PQ and PR, which is angle P, that is 60 degree, right? So these are sides means corresponding sides, these are angles, and these are also sides. Therefore both the triangles are said to be congruent by, therefore triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by side angle side congruence rule. So dear students, what is the full form of side angle side? SAS means it tends that side angle and side angle side congruence rule. By these congruence rule, these two triangles are said to be congruent. Okay, so as it is axiom, so as we know that already, axiom is already proved, it is universal truth, no need to prove this, right? So that according to the statement, two triangles are congruent if two sides and included angle of one triangle are equal to the corresponding two sides and included angle of the other triangle. Now the word corresponding, you got the meaning, means AB is correspondence to PQ, so that these corresponding sides are equal also. By the CPCT you have read, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. As triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR, therefore AB is correspondence to PQ, AC is correspondence to PR, BC is correspondence to QR. So this angle is included by these two side AB and AC, so that this angle is included by this side PQ and PR. Right friends? So I hope you all are understood this side angle side congruence rule. Now as in this congruence rule, there are two side and one included angles are given, right? It means angle lies between these two sides, means angle is included angle by two sides. This congruence relation holds in the triangle, but you cannot write this relation as angle side or side angle. Means there is not any other congruency relation like ASS and SSA. These are not any of the congruent relation. Only side angle side is a congruence relation where the angle should be included by these two sides. In this, just see, ASS angle and side, it is not any congruence relation. Don't be in the confusion of ASS or SSA congruence relation. Right friends? So before after studying this relation, we have to discuss theorem 7.1, and afterwards we will come on the questions of examples as well as the exercise sums also. Right friends? So I hope you all are understood this congruence relation. SAS congruence means SAS congruence relation holds, but ASS or SSA congruence relation do not hold. It is right. So it means this is a congruency relation of two triangles, but these two are not any congruence relation of the triangles. Now we have studied the SAS congruency rules. Means side angle side congruence rule we have read of two triangles. So based on few examples are there, those examples we are going to study now. Just see example 1. Given that in figure OA is equals to OB, these sides are given of these two triangles, and OD is equals to OC. This OD is equals to OC means when two lines are intersect at point O, then these conditions are given. Now then, so that means we are going to prove that triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC and AD is parallel to BC. So dear friends, let us see the proof of this question. In the proof of this question, we are going to compare, as just see, AB and CD, they both are intersecting at point O. So you know better, there in the chapter you have read it, if two lines are intersecting each other, then vertically opposite angles are equal. So here also, let us compare these two triangles in triangles AOD and triangle BOC. Right? These two triangles we are taking, AOD and BOC. So in AOD, AO is equals to, means AO is equals to OB, it is given. Means AO is the side of this triangle AOD and OB is the side of triangle BOC. Now AO is equals to OB, this side which is given. So you need to write down the reason also given in the question. It is given in the question. Now where these two lines are intersecting each other, means AB and CD intersect at point O. So these two vertically opposite angles are equal. Means angle AOD is equals to angle COD. Angle AOD is equals to angle COB. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Because of this, these two angles are equal. Now second, OD is equals to OC, means OD is the side of this triangle and OC is the side of that triangle. So OD is equals to OC, which is given in the question. So now you are getting two sides and included angle. Just see, these two sides and included angle of this triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and included angle of this triangle, right? So you can say that therefore triangle AOD is congruent to, now here when you are going to write down the second triangle, be careful because corresponding parts का आपको special care करना होगा. As angle O is equals to angle O of both the triangles, so O you need to write down in the middle. Now AO is equals to AO, first two letter you are taking, so you have AO is equals to OB, means first two letter AO is equals to BO. So you have to start with BO and the remaining vertex is C. So triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC by side angle side congruency rule, means exam 7.1. Okay, as these two sides were corresponding sides of the first triangle is equals to the corresponding sides of the second triangle, and this included angle of the first triangle is included angle of the second triangle, they are equal. So we got the first part which you are going to prove. Now second, we are going to prove that AD is parallel to BC. So to prove this AD is parallel to BC, first we have to see the corresponding parts of this triangle. I just see this triangle is started with the letter A, means angle A of this triangle will be equal angle B. Therefore angle A means OAD, angle OAD is equals to angle OBC. Why? By CPCT, because they are the corresponding angles of these two congruent triangles, right? By CPCT these two angles are equal, means angle OAD means this angle is equals to OBC means this angle, means this angle of this triangle, this angle of this triangle. Now just see, if these two angles are equal, and in the chapter lines and angles you have read that if a transversal intersect two lines and alternate interior angles are equal, these are looking like as alternate interior angle, right? Here transversal is AB and the lines are AD and BC. If a transversal intersect two lines, if the alternate interior angles are equal, then the lines are parallel, right? Okay, then you can say that AD is parallel to BC, but the reason what? Reason is, if alternate interior means when a transversal intersects, reason we are writing. Why? Because what? When a transversal intersect two lines, when a transversal intersect two lines and alternate interior angles are equal, and alternate interior angles are equal, then these lines are parallel. This theorem you have read in the chapter 6, right? This is the reason when a transversal intersect two lines and alternate interior angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. So here AB is a transversal and these two angles are interior angles. They are interior angles, right? They are interior angles and AB is a transversal. So AB intersect these two lines. Which two lines? AD and BC. AB is a transversal of the lines AD and BC and alternate interior angles are equal. Therefore, these two lines are parallel. AD is parallel to BC. This is proof of the first part and this is proof of the second part. Right friends, any confusion? I hope you all understood well this question.